Hey everyone, it's me again. It's Chris from the Heart Center. This video is going to be about meeting people where they're at and learning how to move on from relationships and even friendships whenever you want someone to be a certain way or fit a certain label or category that makes you feel comfortable and figuring out how to navigate that. Um, Again, I speak from personal experience all the time, and I use my intuition and my spiritual awareness to talk about these topics. And a lot of the things I bring up are things that I've faced, and that's what makes it so easy for me to give this advice. Um, Having said that, yeah, it's a big theme in a lot of people's lives. We have a situation come up where maybe we're dating someone or maybe we're best friends with somebody, and they say something or do something that just doesn't fit the way we think they should be because it doesn't make us feel comfortable, right? So, we get in these maybe these texting battles or these Facebook discussions about, hey, how come whenever I tell you this, you don't respond this way? Or whenever I ask you for this favor, you don't do it the way that I would do it. And what's happening here is a breakdown in communication. That's the first thing. And the second thing is the inability to let people do what they do. The second you learn that people are going to do what they do, your life will be so much easier. It'll take so much stress off of you. Whenever you stop trying to put somebody into a category or box that makes you feel comfortable, then you're starting to become more free. You're starting to become more open because your happiness isn't really dependent on how they act in the world. We should never be in a position where something that someone else does affects us so much that it upsets us. Um, I think there was a point in my time where, if especially if it was a female and if she didn't do what I wanted her to do as far as maybe saying the right things that would make me feel good or feel loved, I would get mad and frustrated, and I wouldn't know how to voice those feelings. And that all stemmed from a disconnect within myself. Because number one, I didn't know what I needed. And number two, I didn't know how to express what I needed in a healthy and mature way. And so those feelings express themselves through frustration. Um, I'm a very emotional person, so maybe some tears. But as I've matured and as I've been in different relationships, I've realized that everyone is their own independent universe. And their viewpoint, how they view the world, is drastically different than how anyone else views the world. And the objective isn't to get people to view it the same way we do. The objective is to be able to appreciate how people view the world and appreciate, what lens they're looking through. And where the I'm never trying to change anyone. I'm really doing my best to observe how they fit into their own world, and then say, "Oh, that's interesting," and that's kind of where I'm at now is being able to let people be who they are and loving them and appreciating them for that. The second we can let go of how we think a person is supposed to be and see them for how and what they are, then we begin to love them. Then we begin to really fall for them because it's it's amazing that there's no pressure there. And so I hope that's making sense. If you have a friend, if you're in a relationship, the best thing you can do is love the person for who they are. Is to observe them, watch them, learn from them, and really see what they can teach you. Take your ego out of the way because whenever you try to implement your way of life and your belief systems or your comfortability level onto another soul, onto another being, you're totally basically you're basically disrespecting them because you're not valuing who they are. We're all unique and we're all on different spots on the spiral in the evolutionary scale. So no one, two people are ever really at the same level. There's no real levels here. It's all about seeing the beauty in whatever it is that you're mixed up in and appreciating that. It's not about you uh, imprinting anything on them other than love and appreciation. If you cross paths and you guys agree on a lot of the same things and things work out well, that's great. That doesn't happen often. And when it doesn't happen, the best thing we can do is just stop talking. Just be silent and listen. You have 2 ears and one mouth for a reason. I always tell people I have 2 ears to listen. So if we truly want to be loving and in a healthy relationship, even friendship, the best thing we can do is let people be who they are. They will show you how important they are to you and how important you are to them. They will act in ways that'll show you that. They won't have to say it. It'll just happen because that's what they want. They want to be in your life. And they'll make sure they're in there, that you guys are together in whatever form that takes. Friendship, relationship, doesn't matter. So that's my message. Let people be who they are. You be who you are. Live and let live. This is Chris Burns from the Heart Center. Check out my website at chrisburnsmentoring.com and we will speak soon. Peace.